How's everyone doing today? I have an awesome Blu-ray Steelbook update. 5 Blu-ray Steelbooks. And if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them as well. First up is Das Ding, aka John Carpenter's The Thing. Just an all-time classic. It's my all-time favorite movie. You have John Carpenter's directing, Dean Cundy's cinematography, Rob Bottin's practical effects, and Ennio Morricone's score. Just the acting in here. You've got Kurt Russell, Wilford Brimley, T.K. Carter, Keith David. Just everybody played their roles just perfectly. Just incredibly atmospheric film. That sense of paranoia, that sense of isolation. It's just fantastic. Ultimate an alien terror, which is one of the taglines. And it's one of the quintessential sci-fi horror films out there. And of course, if you know me, you know I love movies with a snowy setting, and this is just the all-time best in my opinion. And I decided to go ahead and pick up this German steelbook right here for The Thing, the Universal series, and it's all in German, of course. Lots of special features. And I'll go ahead and show you the inside. There's the disc artwork, and behind the disc there's interior artwork, but it's just basically an advertisement for all of the Universal series steelbooks for Germany right here, all the different ones. Which I kind of don't really care for that. You don't really need the inside artwork, the interior artwork, to be an advertisement. Just put a little booklet there. Don't really care for that, but I don't know. At least it's something, I guess. But basically, I just got this for collecting purposes. I have several editions of The Thing. Decided to get this one. I love steelbooks. It does have a lot of special features. If I'm in the mood to, I'll pop this one in instead of one of my other ones I might want to keep more pristine. And next up is another one of the German Universal Blu-ray Steelbooks, and that's Devil, M. Night Shyamalan's Devil. He wrote the story for it, and this actually has really surprised me. I thought it was a very simplistic storyline. A bunch of strangers get trapped in an elevator, and there's a devil among them, and there's a great amount of suspense and tension all throughout. And I really like the ending as well. I like the actors. I think they all played their part very well. And Devil is directed by John Eric Dowdle, who also directed one of the movies that freaked me out more than any other movie, and that's called the Poughkeepsie Tapes. If you haven't seen the Poughkeepsie Tapes, do your best to try to find it. It doesn't have an official release yet. Maybe you can find it online or something like that. I hope it gets an official release. It definitely deserves it. It was one of the movies that really stayed with me. It's one of those ones that really just shocked me, just punched in the gut. One of the ones that kind of freaked me out more than any other movie. The Poughkeepsie Tapes is set in Poughkeepsie, New York. I used to live right by there too. Used to go to the Poughkeepsie Galleria all the time, and man, that movie, it's basically about a serial killer, and it's all POV, found footage style, and it's just that last scene just really is very disturbing. It's an extremely disturbing movie, and it's very, again, that's a simplistic movie as well, but I thought he did a great job. He deserves more credit for that movie, and that movie just deserves a wide release. I have no idea what's holding it up. But anyways, Devil, I thought it was really enjoyable. I like the look of the steelbook too. If you can see on the elevator doors, there's pictures of some of the cast right there. If you can, that picks that up there on the camera. Again, it's on German in the back. And it's the same thing. There's the disc artwork right there with the elevator buttons. And you take that out, and it's the same exact artwork as the John Carpenter's The Thing one right there, Das Ding, which is an advertisement for all other Universal Blu-ray Steelbooks from Germany. I think that's all I'm going to be picking up for these Universal ones, honestly. I got both of these from the same eBay seller. I got it for a good deal, so that's why I got both of them. Next up is the French Blu-ray Steelbook for The Last Exorcism. This one gets a lot of negative reviews and a lot of negativity, which I think is unfair. For me, it's personally the best exorcism movie since The Exorcist. I just loved it. I love the way that it went kind of like that, the documentary style, and he's kind of like the guy that's doing is kind of a fake essentially, and then the ending, I like the twist to it. The ending is very like Rosemary's Baby, and I know some people have compared the ending to Blair's Witch. I think that's unfair to Last Exorcist because I'm not a fan of Blair Witch at all, period, and this just is a million times better and doesn't even deserve to be compared to that. Because it's way better. But I absolutely love this. I know there's a sequel to it. I haven't seen the sequel. I'll get around to checking it out eventually. It didn't need a sequel. It could have been fine just the way it was. But basically it's about a girl who's, possessed, and they go to perform an exorcism, and they film it, and, they think they figured everything out. And then there's a twist, and it's just awesome. And I think the lead actress, Ashley Bell, did a fantastic job, especially with the contortionist movements. Just completely creepy, and I thought this was just a great movie, and if you like exorcism movies, I would say check this one out, The Last Exorcism. And I really love the looks of the steelbook as well with the red. You don't really see too many ones with red borders. I think this is the only one I've seen with the red border. There might be a couple other ones out there, I'm not sure. But this is a French steelbook, so it's all in French. The writing, everything right there. I'm not a big fan of the Blu-ray banners, but this one, because it's red, I give it a pass. It's something different and unique. And director Daniel Stams from Hamburg, Germany, which I grew up in Frankfurt, Germany when I was a kid. I spent 4.5 years there. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. And really, he deserves to be directing more movies. I thought he did a fantastic job here. And again, loved it. And this is a really cool, I actually just opened this. There's a little wrapping right there. You can see that. And there's the disc artwork. And I love the interior artwork. And this one right here, awesome. Now that's interior artwork. The Universal ones need to take a page from that. They need to learn. If you want to make an advertisement, just put a little booklet in there. Don't make it the interior artwork. The only thing I will say was a negative about this one right here, it's Region B locked. I didn't realize that until after I purchased it, but I am a fan of this movie, and I do have the US Blu-ray release, which I kept for the slipcover solely. And like I said, this is Region B locked. I didn't realize that until after I already purchased it, but that's okay because I do love the movie, so I'm keeping it for collecting purposes. And it's unique with the red banner, but all the rest of these are region free, so that's pretty cool. I wish all releases would be region free. But some fantastic horror films in here. I think they're all horror. I just realized that just now. Devil is kind of like a psychological thriller / horror. There's enough horror elements to consider it horror, especially the devil aspect. John Carpenter thinks sci-fi horror. Fantastic exorcism movie. Next up is a sci-fi horror comedy movie, which I absolutely love. I did a full movie review of this. If you want to check that out, just click right here. I did that review forever ago. I did it on my first channel, way back in the day, my old channel, and then I re-uploaded it to this new channel that I've been on here for a while. It's written and directed by Kyle Rankin, and I love this movie. It's about the lead character who wakes up and he's in a web, and he realizes that their world's been taken over by alien bugs, giant alien bugs, and there's ones that fly and pick people up and carry them off, and there's other ones where the human becomes like a bug. They grow out legs, and it's just crazy and creepy. And there's a one where there's like a little dog who becomes one of the little insect creatures. So the little dog like grows out legs, and it's hilarious. This is just so much fun. My only criticism about this movie is the ending. The ending is one of those ones that's kind of a cliffhanger ending, and that really shouldn't have been the case, especially since this movie, I don't know, it didn't really get the mass appeal that it should have, and that ending kind of set itself up for a sequel, which I hate when movies do that, period. But especially a movie like this, which, didn't get a lot of buzz or things like that, it's kind of like, why did you even do that? But I really love all the characters. I thought Chris Marquette was great in here. I remember him in the movie Just Friends as the annoying brother, Ryan Reynolds' annoying brother. I thought he was great in that role as well. And he was perfect for this role. The whole cast was awesome. You've got Ray Wise in here as well. He's like the overbearing father, kind of military guy, and really nice glossy steelbook. And this is from Germany as well. Germany's putting out some awesome steelbooks. There you go. And there's the disc artwork. Same as the front cover. And there's a little bit of interior artwork right there. Would have been cool if there was like a shot from the movie, but that's alright. And basically a group of survivors have to, fight off the killer alien giant bugs and fight to survive and figure out a way to destroy the giant nest and, save the world. So, good times. It's hilarious. Great comedy, great sci-fi, great horror. Just love it. And next up is the Blu-ray metal pack for Eden Lake. This is a Dutch metal pack. The Netherlands are putting out just a bunch of different metal packs. The only difference is the spine. If you can see right there, the difference between the spines. There's really no spine on the metal pack. It's more of a hinge. Well, this one has a defined spine right there in the middle. Makes it more secure and sturdy. But Eden Lake is fantastic, and I'm happy to have this Blu-ray metal pack for it. I love the look and design of it. Just fantastic. Kelly Riley right there on the front cover. Absolutely beautiful. Just that blood splatter right there you can see. Very nice matte finish. You can see the trees in the background as well. Kind of a brushed metal feel. Love this movie. And this movie is directed by James Watkins, who also directed the recent The Woman in Black remake with Daniel Radcliffe, which I haven't seen yet. I've heard some good reviews for it, but I love the original The Woman in Black. Oh, love that movie. There's just so many horror remakes lately. I guess they're finally realizing it's a cash cow industry, and horror is just a vein that needs to be tapped because they're just making horror remake after horror remake recently. But I'm gonna give that one a fair chance. I will check that one out. But a fantastic movie, very gritty. This movie reminds me of old school Wes Craven, like Last House on the Left meets the French film Them. That's like a perfect mixture of what this movie is. It's basically about a young couple. It stars Michael Fassbender as well, and he was great in this one as well. And Kelly Riley, oh, so hot. But it's about a young couple who goes away on vacation for the weekend, and they go to this secluded lake which is surrounded by woods. And while they get there, there's a group of young kids, whippersnappers, that are causing trouble and messing with them. They, steal some of their stuff, mess with their car, and then there's a confrontation, and then basically the kids, attack them, and it's just all out, fight for survival. These two adults have to, fight off these group of kids who are just very violent and trying to kill them. It pushes the boundaries of morality. Could you do it? Could you kill a kid? But if your life is at risk and, they're trying to stab you and all kinds of different things like that, you got to do what you got to do. And I like the mentality that goes on too, that kind of small town mentality. You kind of take care of your own. The ending is what really sealed this movie for me being a all-time horror classic in my opinion. The ending's not your typical Hollywood cookie cutter ending where it's a happy ending. It's something that stays with you. It sticks with you. That final shot, you just awesome. It blew me away. Love it. The cast was fantastic. Everybody played their part just perfectly. It's a very gritty, dirty movie. It's disturbing. It's raw. It's riveting. Love this movie. One of my, not just favorites of the past decade, it's one of my all-time favorites now. And for me, this is one of the best British horror movies ever. Absolutely love this one. Just a modern classic in my opinion. And the young couple, they're trying to hide in the woods and try to get away from the kids, and like I said, it's just a dirty fight for survival. It's bloody, it's gritty. And that cover is just perfect for it. She's covered in dirt and mud and blood. Awesome. Fantastic thrills and suspense, just bloody, great gore, just very disturbing. Let me go ahead and open it up right there. There's the back. And there's no interior artwork, just that silver, but some nice disc artwork. Unique artwork right there. And Kelly Riley again. And just love this edition, just love the look of it. And I know there's going to be a US Blu-ray coming out. There's already a spot for it on blu-ray.com, and they usually put that up within a couple months of when you can actually pre-order it, so you can sign up to be notified. Every time I've done that in the past, it's been like a month or 2 months to when you can actually pre-order it, so they'll notify you, and then I'll pre-order it, and then it'll be about a couple months until it's actually released. So probably about 4 or 5 months away, I'd say, from an actual release, and I can't wait. It's going to be an unrated release for the US Blu-ray, so even more excited for it. I'm probably going to pick up the US Blu-ray, even though I do have this edition. I'm going to keep this one solely for collecting purposes because I'm a big fan of this movie, and I'm going to get the regular edition so I can watch that one all the time. It's about time the US has got a Blu-ray release for this, long overdue, and I hope more people do check this one out because it definitely deserves to be watched if you're a horror fan. But if you haven't checked out Eden Lake, I did a full movie review of this as well. You can click right here to check that out. Love this movie, can't recommend it enough. So there you go, there are my 5 Blu-ray Steelbooks, well, 4 Blu-ray Steelbooks and 1 Blu-ray metal pack. And if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them as well. Leave me a comment or video response down below. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care. Sublime, sublime.